Good Sunday morning, everybody. Welcome to Sunday with Spirit. For those of you joining for the first time, and there may be some, welcome. This is not a political pull, this is a spiritual pull. This is a pull for the energy that Spirit is asking us to consider. I always start off with saying that we are setting up the vibrations for this web of creation. What do we want to create? What are we saying? What intention are we putting out? What are we vibrating? What are we vibrating on the web of creation? And the web of creation is only limited to how we see it. Is it just to this earth? Is it just to our house? Is it throughout the universe? It's huge. It's only limited by our imaginations. However, today I feel the need for a nap. I have been feeling so tired, and I know many of us have been too. It's just exhausting. And I go, what is it? Is it all the noise on the TV that paying attention to or not paying attention to? Or is it some other astrological thing that's going on? So I decided that was the message today. How can we create something when we're like really tired? There was a little bit of whining in that intonation, wasn't there? I'm tired. How do I create something when I'm so dang tired? Well, let's take a look at it. Whenever I have a big question, many times I'll go to the Lakota Sweat Lodge cards to see what they can offer. Sometimes the higher vibe cards, they make me feel really good. The Lakota Sweat Lodge cards, they make me feel really good, but I got to do some work with it. We've also got the True Black, Angels and Ancestors, and Sacred Path, Sacred Earth Oracle. So let's see what we get. How do we create on the web of creation when we're so tired? What's going on with that? Give us some help. The first card that I pulled, Crying for a Dream. And please don't ask me to pronounce the name of the card. I will butcher it. You guys will correct me. And okay, I'm going to do it anyway. Unbelcha. That's wrong. But anyway, Crying for a Dream. This card is telling us to get ready. This card is saying, pay attention to your dreams. Pay attention to the synchronicities that are showing up. Something's coming up. We have been creating something, hopefully with the right intentions, and it's going to be coming to fruition. Now, we may need to, I love this, Crying for a Dream, take a nap, pay attention to our dreams. It may be going into meditative state. This is like, it's got something to do with the vision quest. It's got something to do with working with others to interpret the visions. And when I look at this this stag card, it also is a little discernment too. Who do you ask to help interpret the dreams? You can't ask just anybody. And it's got to resonate within you that that is what the dream meant. Because in reality, when we interpret the dreams for ourselves, that's probably the true path that we should be on. When we have somebody else interpret them, for me, it's allowing maybe another kernel of truth to come through. Maybe it's a whole nother perspective, but it's always based in the heart space. So why are we so dang tired? Because we're getting ready for something big. Pay attention to the dreams. Go on a vision quest. Ask somebody you trust, to interpret those dreams for you. You know, and that's a spiritual leader. That would be, anyway, I don't need to go into that. The second card I pulled for a little bit of clarity is, yikes, get ready. This is major. That's a major forest fire. I thought of Texas. And I think that the fires are going in Australia. I thought of last year, the fires in Canada. In the year before, the fires in California. And the loss of life, is that what we're feeling? The loss of life on the planet? It could be. It could be. And it's just taken a toll. And so what are we being called to do in this dream, on this web of creation? The fire, the passion, can also be destructive. So we have to pay attention to this fire. Is it a destructive fire, or is it a passionate fire did the passionate fire get out of control? So there's a blending here that we need to do. Certainly fires, when I think of them, they are, they burn what's no longer useful so that new things can grow from it. So, but at the time of the blaze, super hard to deal with, super hot. You feel a loss, and then you see the new growth and you go, oh, there it is. There it is. Then we move on to Luta, the north, the color red. For me, in my personal directions that I see in my head, the north is white. It is white buffalo calf woman. It's associated with that. It's associated with this spiritual path. This red north card from the book, it's all about the changing seasons, the changing wind. The earth is being put to sleep in the north so that it can rest and open up for the spring. So I'm beating myself up over the need for a nap, but the cards are saying, it's all right. Take a nap. Also, what this card suggests is with the antlers, we are receiving a lot of information, a lot of it. Some of it's super powerful, some of it's ancient knowledge, the longer growth, some of it's younger knowledge. So there's a time of reflection, and it goes back to crying for a dream. There's a time of reflection. What do we want to let go of? What do we want to see come to fruition? Very cool. All right, let's take a look at the True Black deck. Now, some people will say, yeah, I want to stick with the Lakota. Some people say, I want to stick with the esoterical, I think that's the right word, True Black. Some say, no, I need a little more grounding with the Sacred Earth Oracle, the last one. And some may need angels and guides. So whatever you feel strongly for or with, maybe that's the road that is going to give you the better information. The True Black. We have the Queen of Pentacles. This Queen of Pentacles is all about rebirth. It's about peace. It's about harmony. Very similar to the Queen of Cups in a way, but just enjoying where you are with what you have. And I'm just liking that the snake coming down, there is a little temptation there if you want to do that. But the snake is a rebirth symbol. And the apple, the snake and the apple, I think that's an apple, is also about, the temptation. So again, it goes back to there's a little bit of discernment in our comfort zone, in what we have with us, what we're looking at. We have the Two of Cups coming together. There is also the broken arrow above that. So it's just not all happiness. It's just not all communion, but there is a communion of things coming together. These water glasses, there's some turmoil going on in there. Those fish are jumping out of the water to meet up maybe with another fish, to play in another fish not of this world. This is saying, go talk to spirit a little bit more. Go have that vision quest a little more. Let go of the 3D world so that we can get a better comfort zone as to what we're creating. And then here we have the Knight of Swords. This Knight of Swords, it looks like he's moving very fast. Looks like he's cutting up a document, cutting up the old ways. I like that it's underneath that fire. It's like, let's burn up some of this old stuff that will allow us to rebuild something. A newer way to look at things. Okay, let's move on to the Angels and Ancestors card. The Shaolin Master. Be graceful in movement and action. Shaolin Master. Very similar to this card. I mean, look where the hands are. Very similar. He's got a praying mantis. He's got a dragon behind him. In this change that we're going through, there's a calmness that we need to recognize And I see that with the graceful in movement and action. There feels like there's a meditation process in this card, in this whole row, a little bit. Just a little bit. The Queen of Pentacles, not so much, but in a way, yes. Oh boy. Spring, see your seeds grow. Right underneath the north, red, winter, waiting for spring to see your seeds grow, waiting for the fire so that to finish, so that the seeds can regerminate in rich soil. The direction guardian, choose your path. Where are we going? What are we doing? This is, you have the 4 directions here. Yet we're still in this crying for a dream. So what's the path? So far, there is no real action card here. And well, I guess there would be in the crying for the dream. Once you get the vision, then you have to put it into action. You can't just you just can't let the dream sit. But for now, it is. All right. Sacred Earth Oracle. Oh, wow. Discernment. What information are we allowing in this dream, through this stag? Paying attention to what's going on in our head. Getting an interpretation of the dream, of the vision quest, using discernment as to what is true, what isn't true. Oh, love this card. Space. When I look at this card, it's underwater. This looks like one of those, let me see if I can remember the name, Spanish shawl nudibranch. Spanish shawl nudibranch. Because it feels like she's underwater in the seaweed. Could be space. Card says space. I say water. It's my discernment. I'm choosing water, which is inner space. Give ourselves the space that we need for the dream to come clearly in our minds with discernment, so it can light a fire under us so that we can move forward. Oh. Alchemy. Alchemy. Ay, ay, ay. What do we have in our hand? Alchemy. When I look at the manual meaning of this, it's all about the duality of existence, good and bad, and it's all for growth. It's all for us to manage and make into something better. It's fascinating to me that this hand looks like it's on fire. We have another fire-ish card in this space. And we certainly have the fire card up at the top. So it feels like what the spread is sharing with us. It's okay to take a nap. It's okay to be tired. Pay attention to the dreams. Keep a dream journal. Write that down so that if there are questions with the vision, with the dream, and if it's a recurring dream or a message, definitely, if you haven't really figured it out. Sometimes, we just need confirmation. So pay attention to the confirmations that we get in synchronicities. When we're thinking, let's say we're walking in a garden, thinking about a dream we had, and we get a visual confirmation of whatever it may be, a butterfly, a dragonfly, a praying mantis. Both and there is no right and there is no wrong. It's for us to blend together to turn into our spiritual path. Slice and dice, mix and match. So when I look at this and try to come up with a sentence or two for clarification, for me, this reading is saying, take time to pay attention. Big things are coming up. You need your rest now. It's good. Get ready for something really big. You may need to cut away things that no longer serve you. Stay calm. Soon there will be time to use this big hand to create some magic. Pay attention to the information that's coming forth. Not all of it you need. Some you need more than others. All right. Thank you guys for watching. Leave you with some little crystals. This is my worry stone. Look at that. All right. Thank you guys for watching. Peace and love.